I wrote the song Chain of Love with a friend of mine named Johnny Barnett, and it came from a story that he told me. Back in the 1970s, he had been driving to a show in Maryville, Tennessee, which is over by Knoxville, and he got stuck on the side of the road and he had a flat tire and he didn't have a jack with him, and it kept getting later and later, and nobody would stop and help him. And then finally, about dark, this young man in a pickup truck, beat up old truck, stopped and helped him. And Johnny said, "I just need to borrow your jack." But the guy said, "Well, you're all dressed up, you stay in the car and I'll change the tire for you." So Johnny did, and when the guy was done, Johnny said, "Well, what do I owe you?" And this young man said, "You don't owe me anything." Johnny said, "Well, surely there's got to be some way I can pay you back." And the guy said, "If you really want to pay me back, next time someone needs some help, you help them and think of me." The song ended up getting recorded by Clay Walker. It was a big hit, and it helped really us buy this farm that we live in here now, and it's been a big blessing for us. It's called The Chain of Love. He was driving home one evening in his beat-up Pontiac when an old lady flagged him down. Her Mercedes had a flat. He could see that she was frightened, standing out there in the snow, till he said, "I'm here to help you, ma'am. By the way, my name's Joe." Well, she said, "I'm from St. Louis, and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you." When he changed the tire and closed the trunk and was about to drive away, she said, "How much do I owe you?" And here's what he had to say: "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you." Well, a few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe. She went in to grab a bite to eat and then be on her way. But she couldn't help but notice how the waitress smiled so sweet, and how she must have been 8 months along and dead on her feet. And though she didn't know her story, and she probably never will, when the waitress went to get her change from a $100 bill, the lady slipped right out the door and on a napkin left a note. There were tears in the waitress' eyes when she read what she wrote. "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you." Well, that night when she got home from work, the waitress climbed into bed. She was thinking about the money and what the lady's note had said. And as her husband lay there sleeping, she whispered soft and low, "Everything's gonna be all right. I love you, Joe."
Well, it's that time again already.
You know, we need to make this show an hour.
That's a good idea. Believe in our dreams dreams will take us somewhere. Still being ourselves if we ever get there. That's important to me. That's important to me.
Don't forget about what's important to you.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Rory. Tune in again next week. Same place, same time.